In 1993, Mumbai, the city of dreams, witnessed a revolution in the field of medicine. Dr. P.K. Jain conceived the idea of forming a critical care society. He conducted a meeting in Mumbai among a group of like-minded critical care practitioners. On 9th October 1993, the world saw the birth of what we know today as the prestigious Indian Society of Critical Care Medicine, ISCCM. This was possible due to the philanthropic support from Mr. Chetan Nair from Hansraj Nair Medical India Private Limited. The first executive committee was formed to begin the onward journey, with Dr. P.K. Jain as the first president. Dr. Bhagwati led the drafting of the first constitution a year later. This was no less than a fairy tale story of dreams coming to reality. The initial years were challenging. Meetings were conducted in living rooms of doctors' residences and in hospital campuses. Dr. Devatya recalls, one of the rooms in the ICU premises of Tata Hospital with a desktop was designated as the ISCCM office. Dr. Kapadia recalls, I have fond memories of the first election being held in my living room. ISCCM finally acquired a small office at Navjivan Society in Bombay Central in 2003. Thereafter, the office moved to Dadar, where a big office was purchased. This was followed by the acquisition of 2 more offices as the ISCCM work and staff grew. Today, ISCCM boasts of having a high-tech office meeting all modern quality standards. Mrs. Sunita Shukla was the first office staff of ISCCM. Mrs. Sudha Gangan was our first accountant. As the work and activities grew, ISCCM appointed its first manager, Mr. Vimal Merchant, and thereafter, several employees joined who worked tirelessly to take ISCCM to greater heights and passed on the baton to our current dedicated and hard-working staff. We must acknowledge the commitment of Mahesh, Supriya, and Shabana, who are working with us for more than 10 years. The first annual scientific conference of ISCCM was held at Tata Memorial Hospital in Mumbai, with Dr. Sanjay Upadhyay as the organizing secretary. Dr. Kapadia, who headed the scientific committee, left no stone unturned to make the conference a scientific feast. Since then, ISCCM has consistently organized several high-quality annual meetings with halls full of attendees. Criticare clocked its silver jubilee in Mumbai in 2019. Education has been the fundamental pillar of ISCCM since inception. Being committed to advancing critical care and providing valuable training to medical professionals, ISCCM is proud to have designed the first ever certified course in critical care medicine, the Indian Diploma in Critical Care Medicine, IDCCM, in 1998. 7 candidates passed in the first ever examination conducted in 1999. As past president, Dr. Shirish Prayag rightly says, the single biggest achievement of ISCCM has been that a body of professionals has shaped the future and evolution of a branch in the field of medicine. Usually, it is the other way around. The government or universities start a branch, professionals come out of it, and then they form a society. We proudly boast of starting the first official journal of ISCCM, Indian Journal of Critical Care Medicine, IJCCM. The journal faced initial challenges of receiving a few research submissions, followed by several manuscripts in the coming years. The successive editors-in-chief worked relentlessly to make the journal of high quality. IJCCM was indexed with PubMed in 2010 and got a Clarivate Impact Factor in 2023. To encourage more publications, a separate journal for case reports, the Indian Journal for Critical Care Case Reports, IJCCCR, was introduced in 2022. To continue to disseminate knowledge and advance the practice of critical care, the plethora of publications continued. In 2008, ISCCM designed the path-breaking quarterly newsletter, Critical Care Communications, which was the brainchild of Dr. Rajesh Chawla. And since then, the bulletin continues to be the mouthpiece of ISCCM. The publication of the annual Critical Care Update book since 2017, released every year at the annual conference, is another crowning accomplishment of the society. In 2023, ISCCM published its first ever textbook of critical care medicine. The ICU Protocol book is the first book published by ISCCM as course material for our students. The fire of publications continues to burn, with ISCCM publishing some of the most sought-after books in critical care medicine. Research is a pivotal part of the ISCCM mission. To help address complex and unique challenges of critical care in the country, ISCCM started conducting its own research on topics of national interest. MARS was the first multi-center study on sedation practices in India, published in 2014. This was followed by the INDICAPS study, which looked at the unique case mix and patterns of practice outcomes in ICUs in India, and the MOSER study. These were followed by various multi-center research projects being published in our journal. ISCCM has also participated in several international multi-center studies over the years. In 2023, the launch of ResearchNet, a common platform for researchers across the country to participate in national research projects, was a mega step. ISCCM has played a significant role in developing guidelines and protocols to improve the management of critically ill patients. The ISCCM has played a pivotal role in the evolution of end-of-life care in Indian ICUs, passionately pursued by Dr. R.K. Mani. India's first ethical position statement for withdrawal and withholding life-sustaining treatments was published in 2005, with subsequent iterations in 2012 and 2014 with the Indian Association of Palliative Care. In 2010, ISCCM impleaded in the landmark Supreme Court judgment Common Cause versus the Union of India. In 2018, this culminated in securing constitutional validity for advance will. Since the Supreme Court had prescribed an unworkable procedure, the ISCCM appealed for a clarification and simplification of the Common Cause judgment. In January 2023, the Supreme Court, in a momentous decision, allowed a much simplified procedure for executing advance will. In addition to these guidelines, numerous other clinical practice guidelines have been published to empower healthcare providers to make informed decisions and deliver the high quality of care to patients. Since the last 2 years, ISCCM holds a research and guidelines conclave to bring together experts on a common platform to achieve this goal. Another grand moment in the journey of ISCCM has been the establishment of the Indian College of Critical Care Medicine, ICCCM, in 2011 under the able guidance of Dr. Rajesh Chawla. The two main certificate courses, IDCCM and IFCCM, were already running successfully, and many more exclusive and specialized courses have been added. In 2022, the landmark achievement was the addition of the Overseas IDCCM course. Critical Care Infectious Disease course, CCIDC, was the first online course launched in 2016, followed by several other online courses over the years. In order to maintain uniformity in teaching by experts, the Online Structured Training and Education Program, STEP, was introduced in 2020. This was later extended to nurses as STEPN in 2021. Leaving no stone unturned to recognize talent, the college introduced the Fellowship in Critical Care Medicine, FICCM. As of today, 158 fellows have been awarded the fellowship. Various awards are given annually by the college to recognize excellence and outstanding achievements. The annual College Conclave for Fellows and Teachers has become a regular feature to promote the objectives of the college. As the world was gripped with uncertainty and fear during the COVID-19 pandemic, ISCCM stood strong and played a pivotal role by training more than 10,000 healthcare workers in basic oxygen therapy and use of personal protective equipment. ISCCM issued position statements for the management of COVID-19 patients, which were widely used. ISCCM established a helpline number for patients and families, which was a significant contribution in the troubled times. Despite the challenges, the exit examination of ISCCM courses, including the practical examination and the annual conference, were conducted online. The efforts of the Society during the COVID-19 pandemic were recognized by the Indian Postal Services with a dedicated postal cover released in 2020. ISCCM has been engaged in various social and community activities to create awareness and skill training among lay public. The Save the Savior and Prevent, Treat, Defeat Sepsis campaigns, along with the basic life support training conducted for the armed forces in Jammu and at our Criticare meetings, are some examples of this. ISCCM went digital in 2007, launching a website which was recently redesigned. ISCCM was one of the first societies to conduct online elections in 2011, which was a grand success. We continued to use technology to our advantage. The online student management system and the branch management system are efficient means of liaising with our students and branches. The society has spread its wings not only in every corner of India, but also across the globe by collaborating with international societies including ISCCM, ESICM, WFICC, and many more. Eurasia, a joint meeting of ISCCM with ESICM, was a successful story of collaboration held in New Delhi in 2022 and in Mumbai in 2023, which witnessed the landmark dual membership signed with ESICM. The first joint webinar of ISCCM with SCCM and ESICM was held in 2023 with faculty from both societies, further strengthening our relations. From a humble beginning of 215 members in 1993, ISCCM now has over 17,000 plus members and 100 branches, which include the first 2 state branches formed in 2023. ISCCM has witnessed 18 dynamic presidents over the 30 years and has now set the stage for the First Lady President, Professor Sheila Mayatra, under whose able leadership ISCCM will be hosting its 30th National Conference, Criticare, in Kolkata next year. We thank every ISCCM member for being an important part of this 30-year-long journey, making ISCCM a truly global, all-encompassing medical body for service, education and research for the sickest of patients.